Hello, everyone. Our guest on this edition of Come and See here at SSJ at Home is David Bryant. David is with our parish's sacramental baptism preparation. I'm not sure I got those words in the right order, but it is the preparation class that parents of um, infants need to participate in order to prepare themselves for their baby's baptism into the church. Good morning, David, and welcome, and thanks for joining us.
Good morning, Jimmy. Thanks for having me.
Tell us just a little bit about, let's do this twofold here. First of all, let's address this to people who have or are expecting a baby, what they need to do and when they need to do it, and who they need to contact.
Okay. Well, first of all, congratulations on the birth of your child. That's awesome, and the church really appreciates that you're taking the opportunity to get them baptized. That's definitely something that we're interested in, and unfortunately, as the times are going, that's in the case of my brother and my sister, they don't feel the need to do that. So definitely appreciate for parents that understand why they're getting their child baptized. So first thing you'll need to do is contact the office. Talk with Yolanda. She'll get you scheduled. Right now, due to COVID, we're actually doing a take-home program, and so you'll just contact Yolanda, and she'll give you a package that you'll go home with your spouse, and you'll do it together. And so it should take maybe at most an hour or two. Prior to that, we used to do it at the church. We'd have you come 2 Thursdays. You come in and you'd be with myself or one of the other catechists, and we kind of lead you through the program. But again, due to COVID now, you'll do a take-home program. So after that's done, then you'll contact Yolanda again, tell her that you finished it. And then from there, she'll get you in touch with myself and either Tony Wallace or Felipe. And we'll actually do a kind of a wrap-up session where we'll sit down with you, kind of go over the material you guys studied, and then also if you have any questions about the actual rite itself. So after that's done, then the big day, it's ahead. So yeah, just call Yolanda, schedule a date, and we'll get your child baptized.
Talk for a minute, if you would, David, about what it was like before this isolation stuff. And let's say a couple's just found out that they're going to have a new baby 7 months from now, and we are out from this and have returned to church. What can people expect in terms of the number of sessions that they'll be, and when they need to start planning for this in terms of setting up the baptism preparation course?
Yeah, so historically it had been given, the class had been once a month, and so it makes, I mean, if you do find out you're pregnant, and I mean, it's a lot easier, honestly, to do it ahead of the birth, just to get it over with, versus, I mean, but don't take it the wrong way. There's nothing wrong with bringing your infant into class. I'd always got a kick out of the little babies there. They're so cute. So by all means, definitely bring your infant with you, or if you have toddlers or even older children, please bring them with you. So again, we had been doing this once a month, 2 Thursdays out of the month. Typically it'd be the first and second Thursday of the month, and then the baptism would usually happen on the third weekend of the month, at either the Saturday, where you do it with yourself and maybe a few other couples with the deacon and the chapel, or Sunday we do it typically at the Mass for Children, which had been the 11:30, which I guess would be now the 12 o'clock Mass. And again, this will be in the future once the COVID restrictions are lifted.
As I remember, perhaps poorly, some people might think, "Oh, this is something that I have to do," and in terms of husbands, I guess particularly, they think, "Well, I've got to do it." So, how do you tell someone to not begrudgingly do this? Why should people look forward to this instruction? It's a happy time.
Yeah, well, it's a great question. So I actually pick on myself. When I first went through this class with my daughter at a different church, she's now 10 years old. My understanding of baptism was, from from what I remembered as a kid. I mean, whenever we had any of the sacraments, whether it be someone being baptized, whether they get their first communion, or other ceremonies like graduation, we'd have a big party where, I'm half Italian, and then I have some Greek in-laws, and so we'd have a big celebration. We'd dig my uncles would dig a big pit in the ground, and then they actually get a whole lamb and they'd roast it up, and it was just a whole day of feasting. And so that was how I remembered all the sacraments. But then when I got here, I went through a class that Nanette Coons had taught, and it was eye-opening, just the actual sacrament itself. And so took that to heart. And one thing I do want the parents to know, especially the dads, I mean, your children, I mean, they're a gift from God, and you're going to be responsible for bringing them up in the faith. And so what I tell all the dads is, I mean, it's how can you expect your children to grow up in the faith? How can you tell them to go to church on Sunday when you're just sitting on the couch watching football all day? And so, man up, take it to heart. I mean, it's a gift from God. You have a child. So definitely, I mean, this is a great start.
Finally, David, tell me and tell everyone who's watching, if they want to help out, if they want to be a facilitator or a coordinator, such as you are, how they do that.
Yeah, thank you. So this is a great opportunity for, it's a way to get involved with the church. Love doing it with your spouse. I mean, it's a great way to meet new couples, especially more often than not. Some of the people that are coming through this, they're new to the church. And so this is a great opportunity to meet new people. And just through that, I mean, you can develop lifelong friendships through this. So yeah, I mean, if you're interested, please contact Yolanda at the office, and we'll definitely, she'll get you in contact with me, and we'll go from there.
David Bryant with the Baptismal Sacramental Preparation classes. David, we appreciate your time this morning. Thanks for bearing with me as we work through the technical challenges that we got the best of, by golly. By golly. So I appreciate your time, and thanks for speaking with us this morning.
Yes, sir. Take care.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.